Production.
That's
right. That's how we do it.
roasted.
So, hey, I'm Michael Waxman. I'm one of the executive producers on the show. I'm also a director on the show. This is Chloe Arbiter, who's our production designer, and John, who's our art director, and these two guys who you may know from television.
What's your name?
Doesn't
matter. Right.
It's on his shirt.
Joy.
Come to the ambulance,
Wait, your name is? Oh, Will Halstead.
Yeah.
Roasted.
Oh, they got the lights on. We did not have this going for the last group of guys. This is very
My second
special.
hospital show.
Welcome to our ambulance bay, which is one of the newest additions within the last year. During last season, it was built, and it's awesome for several reasons. The main one being that we get to stay inside during winter. That's supposed to be funny.
They're all focusing their phones.
That's right. But what is really cool about it is that we can take the drama all the way from the back of the ambulance into the treatment rooms, upstairs, and we can do all of that in real time, one single shot, all the way from there into the back of the emergency department that you're going to see in just a little bit.
And what's nice about it is that our actors have trained well enough that they actually can take a patient from the back of an ambulance into a treatment room, cut them open, stick a tube in them, drain their chest, or give them a tube in their mouth and bring them back to life, and then take them upstairs to the OR. And they can do it. And they actually can do it in real life.
Stop it.
Yeah, everything you've seen my character do on the show, I can do in real life.
Yeah.
Kill a patient.
Yes.
Hey, I don't talk about that.
I was expecting you to have a heart attack.
This is also exciting for us as a designer. It's exciting for me because this was designed to mimic our actual exterior that we shoot at a functioning hospital here in Chicago, Rush Hospital. And this was designed to mimic that, so we can cut seamlessly between a real exterior and then get out of the real ambulance's way to our exterior ambulance bay. So it's really cool for us.
This was being built at the end of one of our seasons, and so we knew we were going to get another season because why build this, right? Yeah, we'll go into the hospital. This is pre-recorded footage. This is not you to the right. I'm sorry, but it's just not you.
Well, that was a pre-line. I know that was a scripted line. It's
That's
hard.
right. That's all right.
I know.
Do we have a phone call?
Come on in, everybody.
So come all the way in after you've done all the Facebook. And to the Facebook people that are watching at home, it's the Instagram people.
Instagram. Oh my Instagram. God.
Same owners. Same owners.
I didn't even put my gloves on. What was I thinking?
Make sure you do that. Safety first.
These are real gloves, you guys. You wouldn't believe it.
So this is our emergency department that we lovingly call the football. And Michael has a great story about why it's called the football.
As it ended up, when we first started, before we built anything, this was just an open space. We looked online and tried to see what the most modern emergency departments around the world look like. And they kind of looked open. They weren't just little hallways anymore with rooms off the side of them. And they were curvy and stuff. So we went into Dick Wolf's office and said, okay, so here's an idea. How about if we take a football, cut off each end, and we'll put the ambulance bay on one end, and we'll put the waiting room on the other end, and we'll just have rooms, and it'll go like that. And he said, okay, good. And so here we are at the football. The writer started writing in the word football in the football, so here we are.
They actually put it in the script.
This stuff, and look, this is, in so many ways you walk through this, and we love it because it's been built to feel real. Well, it almost is, because everything in these rooms kind of works.
So it's split into two sides, obviously. This side that we are going to go down, the first side, is all of our trauma bays. And as we walk down this, it's where the bad emergencies are going, the gunshots, the people
Stab.
that are having stab wounds, car accidents, all those really bad things where we might have to get inside of the person.
Get bloody.
And get bloody.
We love blood.
They all happen on this side. And as we come on down, take a peek inside the rooms, all this equipment is real. It's all functioning. It's not obviously in use in a real hospital, but all the monitors that you see, all the beds you see, they're real equipment from hospitals that have been given to us to use for the set. The monitors are really cool. They're all controlled by a simulation program that we have a wonderful guy named Andy who does all of our video playback. He coordinates with the script so that when we are doing dialogue and say somebody's pressure all of a sudden drops, when we look at the monitor, it is actually dropped. So all of that is synchronized so that the cameras can go from our dialogue straight to the monitors and see in real time what's actually happening based on what we've said.
It makes it a lot easier for us as actors to work with real props, and then we don't have to make believe that it's doing something that it isn't. We use real needles. We stab people.
Real scalpels.
What we do, actually, we do use real scalpels, and
Yes.
usually we use them not on real people.
Right.
Yeah.
Or sometimes we will, and we'll have a patient down there, and we'll put a steel body, thing on top of them with fake skin, and Colin will get the real knife, and we all say, okay, real scalpel on set, and he will cut, and blood comes out.
Our
because it's
special
preset
effects
in there
are-
and all that good stuff.
I have like a 95% success rate with not cutting people.
I think you cut yourself.
I
in
cut myself
season
once.
1 when you were doing an operation, and it was with a scalpel.
I've hooked myself with a needle.
You did, right?
I've cut myself with a scalpel, and I've cut Jeff
You
Hepner.
You cut Jeff.
Really?
Yeah, we all heard he had gloves on, and it was really, really bloody in there, and we heard the glove pop, and all of us went, "Who?" And he was like, "No, just keep going, keep going, keep going." He was fine. Just barely nicked him. You couldn't even tell the real blood from the fake blood.
So there's also, I think you'll notice, like, these rooms probably feel really small, and as you look in them, they might feel, like, surprisingly small. But the cool thing on our set, unlike a real hospital, is that all of the backs of the rooms come out. So we move those walls out, and that means we can get the camera further back. Also, behind you here, you'll see this square that's kind of popped out. That comes off the wall, and we can put a camera through there so we can shoot through the walls. So it allows us to make our world bigger without actually needing to physically expand our stage.
Yep. This is our medicine closet.
You know
Michael?
the code?
Yeah, I do. It's very difficult. We've all actually kind of joined forces to create it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
All real drugs in there in case anybody
all
needs.
real. Anything? You guys want anything? maybe after the tour.
Don't let Dr. Choice
It's going to make the second part of the
Yeah,
tour really, really great. When you've watched the show and you've heard us refer to a trauma room, we'll be directed to take the patients to Baghdad. That is in reference to this room. It's
Yeah.
where the worst of the worst of the worst comes. And this is the room where most of the blood happens. We just did a scene the other day where I was literally elbow deep in blood.
Blew up on you.
It really came. It was all over. It was pretty awesome.
You'd be in the splash zone right now.
Yeah,
If
and-
we're operating.
Like I was saying, like all of this technology is really, really cool. The X-ray machines, the beds are all state of the art, and they're built in such a way that we can actually use these things. It's an X-ray cassette that the new way they do it, these slide right into the table, so that we don't have to move patients over and do all complicated stuff that would make our jobs more difficult and real doctors' jobs more difficult. Those things, they can weigh the patients instantly, so they know how much medicine to give them. It's really neat. Along the lines of us saying, like, having the tools and the toys to play with that make it more real for us, so that it's more as close as possible to being the reality for the audience.
Yeah. Doctors are jealous of what we have, basically, real doctors.
Yeah.
We're state of the art. I mean, what can you say? This is the doctor's lounge.
Sorry.
It's changed a little bit. talk about these windows.
Oh yeah, so these are another kind of cool component to the set. You'll notice all of our windows have kind of like crazy angles, and that allows us, we can move them on 2 axes, so we can move them this way and we can move them this way. And that means that when we're shooting, it's not a giant mirror, because as you know, your reflection can ruin a shot. So we can angle these, and that's throughout all of our sets. We have 4 stages full of sets, they all do that. So we make sure when we build new sets, it's called a gimbal, that everything's on a gimbal. So.
And I don't gimbal when I check my hair. Before every show, they've really done it. I'm going to thank you publicly for putting all these reflections in, because they really help us.
You might think that's a joke. It's not a joke.
You can trust it.
This room is so cool, and I'm really excited about it, and Chloe, I know, is really, really excited about it.
Yeah.
And I know that you guys all want to hear about it, so you want me to tell you what's behind the curtain?
Yes.
I'm not going to. I have been forbidden. We have been forbidden to talk about this, but you will see it in the first few episodes, and it is amazing. Like when I saw it for the first time, I was so genuinely excited. And I think that you guys have done such an amazing job of kitting out this room that's behind me. I wish that I could share it with you guys right now.
Yeah, we're a little sad we can't show you, but you'll just have to tune in, I guess.
Yeah.
Is it the upside down?
It's the upside down. Behind it is the Halstead with the bad hair.
He is not allowed to come out. As if one even existed.
That's right. So down this side of the football is, you see more rooms. They essentially look about the same, but this is where all of the non-trauma cases go.
Yeah. Stomach aches, headaches. Then we realize a stomach ache's a flesh-eating bacteria. We're like, whoa, take them to the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, but basically it's a mirror image, kind of, other than Baghdad.
I know you guys said most of these rooms are mostly functional. What about the sanitizers?
Hey, they are functional.
Yes. Is that one?
This one's not on, but how do we turn those on from below? You know?
Put the battery in.
Yeah, the
Well,
battery.
we have that one on the other side. We can.
Yes.
That's
As we
right.
go
We'll
out.
show you later.
You can
Yes,
use,
that's not sanitizing action.
You will no longer have to pump your own sanitizer. We have automation.
We are state of the art.
What is functional are all these monitors at the nurse's station, and you just need the secret code, of course, to get in that. No, you don't. You just hit the return button, and it puts that little code in, and then you hit that, and then look, somebody's chart comes up, and then you can change the chart by just hitting some of these other buttons. That may work for me.
Oh, sometimes it lets you type the whole thing in. That's right.
Well, and then you have different, depending upon what button you hit, it goes to a different screen. Now, of course, I hit the wrong button.
Never mind.
Nurse's station right through here, and actually all these phones are real. Hold on a second. We're getting an incoming call.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Dick. How are you? Oh, we're in the middle of a tour. Good time. Yeah, he's right here. Hold on.
Well, everybody. Oh yeah. No, everybody looks happy. Yeah. No, it's September 26th. They all come back on the air September 26th. You knew that. Okay, I didn't need to tell you. Nick wanted to mention something about his hair. He just wanted to check in with you, make sure you're happy about it. Keep working? Keep working. Ooh. Not happy, huh? Oh, man, it was so good to talk to you. Thank you so much for the series. I hope the series premiere goes really, really well. Bye.
Should have never picked up that. Moving on. Right this way. We're going to go to the waiting room, actually. So we can all wait. Get it? We're not going to talk. We're just going to wait. The sanitizers work on the way in here. Please take some. We're not charging today. You guys don't want to get clean? Got more. Oh, look at that happiness. Only in here is happiness.
That's why it smells like a hospital.
No, it's a Purell.
It's probably been there for like 6
You
seasons.
discriminate between sanitizers? Sorry, you don't have to. Actually, most hospitals hospitals do have the phone.
It folds up so it doesn't get all like
That's right, yeah.
So this is our waiting room where you know, we've kind of gone through a lot of different changes every season. We kind of upgrade this a little bit. The hospital waiting rooms in the EDs are not the nicest places in real life, so we kind of tried to make ours a little more Chicago-based. You could tell by those great photos behind you.
And the succulents are all brand new this season.
That is new. There's something about working on a hospital show as well. It's really easy for things to get out of date. So our show is constantly evolving, and our sets are constantly evolving. If you're fans of the show, you've seen probably a lot of changes in recent seasons. You'll see a lot more in season 4. We're updating and changing things because things get out of date and stale in hospitals really fast. And we like Gaffney Medical Center to feel like the freshest, most updated. Technology is the most updated. So you'll hopefully see that in our show this season.
And we've got a new Pepsi machine, new snacks in the snack machine. That's
Actually, the snack.
sponsor.
Actually, I didn't mention this the other way. The snacks, most of the chips are Vintners chips. I don't know if you watch the show. We established it once on it that my character likes Vintners. It's a local Chicago chip company. I think 1926. And so they sent us, as soon as they saw us establish it on the episode, they sent us boxes full. So we have a lot of this stuff in there. I've never tried it. Don't tell them.
should we go outside?
Yeah, let's go outside. It's a little stuffy in here.
It looks like a nice, kind of gray day, but
Oh, it's beautiful. Come on here, guys. No jacket needed.
Let's get
the other two groups to come next. This is a real person, folks. Everything is real on this set.
See? Their heart is beating.
Now yeah, go ahead, back.
Well, I was going to say, this backdrop actually is the exterior of the emergency department at Rush Hospital. Like I said, we use that as our exterior. So we have a photo of it that wraps all the way around. And don't look at it too long. It's kind of whoopy. But
Yeah, it was like, it made me feel dizzy.
tour, personalized.
you talking all point.
Wait, that's all I got. The cool thing
That's creepy.
is that we can light this for day or for night. So,
Oh my.
day or for night.
Day or
Or
night.
night.
Or night.
And when we go night, what we do is the daytime is we shine a light at this backdrop. At night, if we want to go to night, we actually have lights behind there. So then it kind of changes color and all those little lighting fixtures come on. Those buildings look like they have lights on them. And this is a real photograph that is from Rush Hospital in the hospital.
It allows us to not shoot outside again in winter.
That's great. We've made it snow out here.
We made it snow out
We've
here.
had snow out here when you haven't done the rain. Well, you know what we did is we put a little water on the windshield.
You mean like a money or
Rain's
actual?
kind of tough. But that's what we do.
Yeah, this is
All our props.
our props are all.
It says fake. I think it's fake. Well, here it is. Fake iPad, small and large.
We do use real blood on the show.
Season
It's actually-
1 additional characters.
No, we're
They're
all.
still in that box.
It's a requirement for us to donate every
Yeah,
2 weeks.
contractually obligated.
I mean,
to donate
look at
blood.
the stuff we have. It's actually quite wonderful. All our stuff to do, J-Loop, sports tape, alcohol heads. It's all real.
Yeah.
This is all the real stuff that you'd see in a hospital.
And to give you this,
an BP cup, nasal tube fasteners.
to give you an idea of scope, this is a fraction
Steri
of
drapes.
what
Right.
is actually used on the show.
We have two really awesome medical advisors that are on the show. One of them is a registered nurse. Her name's Bob Bergstrom. She's fantastic. She kind of runs the on-set day-to-day, making sure people are doing the right things with their hands. A lot of our extras aren't medical staff. And then we have a trauma doctor who I think you're going to meet later, and Dr. Andy Dennis. And, they make sure that everyone is doing the right things, but also they advise us from the art department standpoint. Well, this is what this should look like. This is how, something would operate. So I think without them, we'd be...
Lost at sea.
Oh
to
yeah,
say
yeah.
the least.
There are lifesavers because if we're not saying something properly, they'll say no, you need to say it this way, and making sure that we're using the props properly. Really, my favorite part was that.
Super exciting part of the
This
set.
is all this is real black paint.
This is our elevator hallway, and also kind of everybody keep coming in.
The doctor's lounge is, you can go back right to here. We sometimes.
We go in the back door, our rack for wardrobe, and this is the spot where Tori DeVito sits when she comes and she's waiting for her call to come on set. Tori sits here, Nick sits there.
I sit in the lounge.
Colin sits in the lounge with his feet up.
That's right.
Why
don't they sit in the chair?
No more pizza
Right
room.
there.
No more pizza room. They wanted another
I
pizza
wanted a
room.
pizza room.
We're going to turn that into something else, I think.
No, but pizza.
Oh, you just want pizza? Okay.
Oh, let me close these
Oh,
elevator
that's
doors
true.
real quick.
You can just fill up the elevator with pizza.
Ow, Nick!
So this is our elevator hallway. You can see that we have doors that we make Nick do them every single time.
Yeah.
So that's another part of his contract. He's got to do the doors. But we have this elevator bay, and you'll see that we have 3 doors, but we only have 1 elevator. So depending on the scene, we can shift it. It's on wheels, and
Sorry, I just came through the other elevator.
we can move that wherever we need it to go.
This actually looks very different from when Connor and Will had their lovely scene in there. Everyone
Back
on
in
that?
season 1.
Season 1, there was a little scuffle.
Yep.
He's not going to touch that one.
No, but one of the reasons it probably looks very different and brand new is A, because they expanded the size of it, and B, because Nick and I broke it. Like, all the walls were broken after the fight.
If you can believe it, he threw me into those walls.
Yeah, yeah, I did. Anyway.
Moving on. Oh, this way. God bless you. Cover your mouth next time. This is a real guardrail, you guys. Because we move the ambulances in and out of here.
Yeah, every day.
Sometimes the ambulance will come around this corner and get a nice shot of it from inside.
Where's the hidden stairwell from the lockdown?
The lockdown?
Yeah, when he came in from the outside.
That was
Yeah.
that was shot on location next to Rush Hospital, and then when I broke through the door into the morgue, I literally broke that door.
You guys are so destructive.
Yeah,
I love it.
The budget went up a lot.
we'll show more doors that I broke.
Oh, that was on location.
This is our breezeway, we call it. Watch your heads, guys. The ceilings are quite low. So,
Makeup and hair trailer
yeah,
here.
hair and makeup trailer right here. One of our makeup artists. Hi, Alex. Nice. Thank you. This is Love Mad, folks.
Yes, this is our CT surgical floor. So right now you're in the area where we allow civilians to come in, people who aren't gowned and gloved and all that good stuff. So, you know, we have folks that come up in the elevator, come around this way, and this is the direction we'll go because that's where we're allowed to be. Yeah, when we started the show back in the first season, we just had the ED, and then we built the ICU, and then we realized that we needed a place for Connor Rhodes to do his surgery, so we built an operating room. And then from that operating room, we said, well, we need a nurse's station. And then we need a place to do CT scans, and we need a place to do recovery. So now all of this floor was built off of that one operating. So, because he's an operator.
This is my domain.
Oh, know what's going on on that show. Oh, yes.
Because you're basically leaving town, right?
Yeah. Are you here anymore?
Can we see the Porsche? Can we see the Porsche? Go for a ride.
I'm not gonna try that thing. It's too small.
It's hard to get in and out of.
It is. Over and over.
So this is our CT surgical doctor area, nurses station, waiting area where you're waiting for a patient who's in surgery or coming out of surgery. This is where you go. This side here, as you can see, the paint changes on the wall. This is the authorized only, like where the doctors go. You know, when you're going to come in, you have to be sterile and all that kind of good stuff.
I believe we have an authorized personnel back there right now, don't we?
We do. We're going to walk through right here.
We're going to go this way.
So this is the recovery. This is recovery or pre-op, depending upon what drama we need to play. Either you're going in or you're going out.
That wouldn't be great.
So this is where we have our patients either getting ready for surgery or going out of surgery. And we kind of put this room together this way because this is what helps us with drama. All of the sets are really built to give us the area for the actors to do their work, to create these moments where is their patient going to live, or is he going to die, or he or she, to be able to sit and look through a window and look in on a patient, look in on a family member. Everything's designed just to kind of click you and get you in that mood to feel, you know, what the patients are going through or what the doctors have to do in order to make this life or death decision.
We slow down when we come. We have the ability to slow down and get more
Yeah.
intimate in this area.
Yep.
Really?
We're not going to do that right now.
We're going to take it to the operating room.
It's getting suggestive.
Oh, hi. They're coming.
So, actually, just.
Oh my God, I need to boomerang this.
So this is Dr. Andrew Dennis, who Chloe mentioned earlier. He is a real-life trauma surgeon and one of the gurus around here who makes us look like we know what we're doing in real life. And we've got a fun little deal here where we are going to put you into a reformed cap. And we're going to put you in a surgical cap, get a mask on you, get some glasses on you. He's going to teach you how to scrub in. And we have a very special guest sitting on the OR table that we are going to take a fun photo out for you guys.
Hopefully not
Everybody-
chill.
So just before you go and before you start, just so you know, so Dr. Andy, we call him Dr. Andy, is a real trauma surgeon and burn surgeon at Cook County Hospital in Chicago. And you know, Cook County Hospital is one of the busiest EDs, emergency departments in the country, for all the reasons that kind of make Chicago sometimes not the best place to have to be a doctor because you get very busy. So he's the real deal. He's been on this show since the very beginning, and the reason it looks so real and the actors are so great at what they do is Andy's really been great and helpful for us. Letting us in, visiting the hospital, and understanding what really goes on in the heads of these surgeons and the emergency guys.
Yeah, he oversaw a simulation area at Rush and helped us with our very beginning of all of our training, and also provides a resource where we can go to the hospital and follow him around and see what really happens.
Learn how to sew.
Yes, so bananas, so egg yolks,
Yeah, so these guys all actually went through a phenomenal boot camp for several days at the top of the season one, and then it's ongoing. They all have instruments they take home. They can actually, some of these guys, both these guys, I can tell you, can actually do a lot of these tasks better than some of my junior residents can do. So,
You heard it.
yeah.
He's not an
I'm
actor.
gonna
He
get
didn't
slapped
have
at
to
work
say
for
that.
but yes.
Yeah.
So actually, they're very talented. What the procedures they do are not easy procedures, and we try to make them look as real as possible. I'd say we're, up in the high 75-80% legit, like true legit.
95%.
Yeah. I mean, I showed you some pictures of these guys.
75%.
95%.
Come on. But surgeons actually, when I showed them pictures of what they did, people have actually been unable to discern real from not real. Wow. So that good. So what we're going to do for this episode is we're going to teach you guys how to scrub like the champions these guys are. Which means that we're going to wash our hands for real. Everything we're going to do now is just the way you'd really do it in the operating room. You chafe the heck out of your hands. So we're going to give you very abrasive brushes and say, here, watch. We're going to have you gown up with a hat, a mask. The mask works like this. There's a little metal bar in the mask at the top here. Go ahead and just reach it in your nose and bridge your nose with it, and actually hold, and then tie the mask around the top of your head and around your neck. Okay?
Who's first?
When you get to the sink, we wash our hands. We always keep our hands up. You guys know why we keep our hands up? Right. So the dirty water always runs down to your elbows, never back towards your hands once you've washed them. So when you look like this for a reason. So we're going to wash our hands, do that very quickly, abbreviated in TV time, and have you walk into the operating room, back in with your hands up like this, always the level of your chest, and look for the nurses that will be waiting for you. You're going to walk towards the nurses, and they are going to give you instructions on how to gown and glove you in a sterile manner, just like you're doing it for real. This is no different than real life. So, if you guys we can do two at a time. So, Taylor's going to help you guys.
Hey guys, thanks for coming on tour with us here at Chicago Med. Hope you enjoyed it. And you enjoyed it.